Hey guys, it's Michaela and I'm back. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you couldn't tell by the title of today's story time, we're doing a story time on my ex-best friend, probably the craziest, worst one. And y'all are probably like, girl, what are you doing? Where have you been? I've been doing everything but being here, and I just had no motivation. Like, I didn't know what to post, I didn't know what to do, but then I was like, huh. And I've just been working, school, track, all of the things, but I love y'all, so I'm here, and let's hop right into the video. Okay, so clearly y'all can tell I'm not in my room. I'm literally just chilling downstairs. But yeah, let's get straight into the story time. So we're gonna name this best friend, we're gonna name her Snake, because by the end of this story time, that's how I feel, that's how I still feel about the situation. So we're gonna run it back to 8th grade, and it's when I had first moved here. Me and this girl ended up becoming linked because we just had mutual friends, or like mutual people we knew. And a lot of people were like, Michaela, don't be friends with her. Like, basically a lot of people at my school had been friends with her, but like had a reason to stop being friends with her. Like, they all just kind of dropped her. And I'm the type of person, I give people chances. Like, I'm not gonna make my decision I'm not gonna make my decision based off other people's opinions and feelings. I'm gonna see what you really talking about. And she was really talking about nothing. Anyways, so we become like this, and like I said, like, she was one of those people that was like known because she used to be popular and date popular people and all that stuff, but she wasn't really popular no more. And I'm gonna tell you, like, the beginning of our friendship was so good. We was tight. Her and my friend Kanadia, that y'all know and most of y'all love, we had became like a little trio, and it was really no like duo in the trio, but Kanadia and Snake had definitely had some beef before because of just like elementary school, something of their past. I'm not really gonna speak on it because I don't know about it like that. And but they was cool for the moment. And basically, we all finally end up hanging out outside of school at my house, and my mom did not very much like her attitude. She had my mom was making dinner. I forgot what we were making, but she was like, no, I don't eat that, like da 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 da. And my mom, she does not, like, if you tell her you don't eat something or you don't like something, that will not hurt her feelings. Like, if you just say, hey, da da da. But I wasn't even in a room for this conversation, so I'm just repeating what was told by Kanadi and my mom. But apparently her attitude was all stank, and my mom was just like, okay. My mom didn't like her vibe at all, and you know, mamas always be right about friends, so I should have just clipped it there, but I didn't because I'm a dummy. And after this whole situation, like, she was just like being very bossy, like demanding of Kanadia around my house, like, do this, do that for me. It was definitely tension there. Kanadia was like, Michaela, like, what are we doing, and everything like that. So boom, fast forward, after this whole like sleepover thing, we had ended up confronting Snake at school, like me and Kanadia, and we were just like, hey, this is kind of how we are feeling right now. Like, you're kind of giving weird controlling vibes. Like, I'm starting to click the red flags. And apparently we hurt her feeling so bad she started crying. And she started crying so bad, and she called her mama and she went home. So boom, fast forward, I get home from school. My mom's fucking like death staring me, like, took my phone. I was basically grounded at this point. She was like, Snake's mom called me, and you and Kanadi were doing this, and y'all had her crying, going home, and this, that, and the third. Basically making it seem like we were bullying this girl and we saying things that we didn't. Like, she was trying to say that I was saying stuff my mom said, and me and my mom are sis. Like, we do not, our conversation. I wasn't really saying that, I wasn't doing that, none of that. So my mom takes my phone, and she like is like looking through my phone, like waiting for text from Snake. And at this point, I'm in deep ish, all right? And Kanadi's dad ended up telling the same story that I was telling, and Kanadi told the same story that I was telling. So then my mom's like, oh, hold on, wait. Like, y'all two verse one, it's not really adding up. And basically, oh, my mom was real mad too because Snake's mom had basically cussed my mom out because she thought my mom was saying a bunch of stuff and this, that, and third, and your kid, and da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, respectfully, because you thought that, but you didn't even try to get both sides of the story, and your daughter, low-key, whole time was in the wrong. So then my mom sees Snake texting me and tell me why Snake was snitching on herself. Like, oh, I didn't mean to take it like that. I'm sorry. Like, da-da-da-da. Yep. And my mom was like, girl. And the thing that really made me mad about this whole thing is Snake never even told her mom, like, oh, you know, like, that's not really how it went down. Like, that's not what they meant. I'm sorry. I was, like, being dramatic. I didn't listen. She never told her mama that. And her mama never apologized to my mom either. So my mom was like, girl, And so that should have dropped it right there, right? Because when you try to come between me and my parents' relationship, and everybody know I'm tight as with my parents, and that's like my best friends, like they know how to be parents, but that's really like my best friends for real too. Like, ooh, I was mad. I was real mad. And I was a little bit distant from her for a little while, but I was like, that's just one mistake. Like, everybody deserves a second chance. My parents wasn't going for it. Like, they really was like, I don't want that girl in my house. I don't want y'all hanging out. Like, none of that, but whatever. But I ended up giving her a second chance and basically becoming best friends with her again. Like, the same thing. Like, we're good, we're Gucci, we're chilling, we're cool. And, like, it was really no problems. And then, like, what happened after that? No, we were, like, good. Yeah, we were good. But this is where, like, I clock it, right? Like, clock this part. She started having friends again. Like, she basically snatched my friends. Like, she took her popularity back. Everybody, like, I was telling everybody, no, she's cool. Like, trust me. Because I'm the type of person, like, I was popular, but I was low-key cool with everybody. Like, I was cool with the weird people. I'm cool with the cool people. Like, all that type of stuff. I stay out the way. So, like, I was just telling everybody, just vibe. Like, it's fine. She's cool. We cooling. We chilling. And I was new to the school, and everybody kind of, I don't even want to sound like that, but everybody was definitely feeling me. Like, if I wanted to hang out with a group of people, I definitely could. Like, if I wanted to get with somebody, I definitely could. Like, everybody, like, messed with me. Like, it was cool. So, and they took it as me and her were so similar. We're not similar. Don't ever compare me to her. Thank you. But they took us as being so similar, so she started to like really get people back and all that stuff. And that's when she started hanging out with me less and everybody more. Also, we were on the cheer team together at this time, and she, like, we started distancing. Like, literally people on the team noticed because we were like this, and people on the team started to notice a little And here's another great example. This girl on a cheer team, we're gonna call her Rat because Snake and Rats, yeah. We're gonna call her Rat. Me and Rat were like actually really close. Like, besides me and Snake, we were close like this. And she was the one person I was always talking to, related to, cool. Tell me how all of the sudden Rat and Snake are so close and I just have like nobody. Like, Rat and Snake become so close and I just have nobody on the team. And that carried out through the rest of the year. Like, they became bestie westies when me and her fell out. But they were suddenly so close. I'm like, how did you get close with the only girl I really talked to on the team for real? The only girl I really talked to on the team for real. Now y'all are best friends. Now she don't like me because you don't like me. Like, okay. But like, stuff started happening. She actually started talking about me, like, and it was affecting the cheer. Like, this is when the cheer season just had started, and I literally went to the cheer coach and everything about it. So that was whole drama in itself. That's when our friendship really ended because she unfriended me, y'all. She unfriended me. I wish I was joking, but she unfriended me, and to this day I don't know why. That's the crazy part. To this day I do not know why. She said I was a fake best friend, and she found out a lot of stuff about me that she didn't know, like basically saying that she didn't know, like I don't know, like I don't know what she was trying to say, because I still don't know. To this day I still don't know, y'all. And she basically just went about it in that way. And then when we had broken off, everybody was like, oh, so what's the tea, like are y'all beefing, this and that. I was still talking good about this girl, y'all. I was still like, no, we were just best friends, we just like fell out, like it just didn't work out like that. Like I think she just, you know, she regained like where she wanted to be, and at school she used me, that's fine. Like I wasn't thinking it was like that, but it was really like that for her. Like it was really tea for her, and it wasn't tea for me. And so like it was to the point, like I'm a person, once I love you, once I have love for you, once I care about you, once I know you, once I know what you've been through, once I know all your secrets and all of this, like once I know all that, I'ma still always care. I'ma still always want to, like, you know what I'm saying. So I even had made a post to let people know we weren't beefing. I made a post, and it was like a real sad, sappy best friend post, like I still love you, da 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 post. And everybody thought it was sweet, like they knew I was being genuine and all this and that. Apparently she thought that like it was just fake, like it was just whatever. Like I said, she had her little new best friend now, and to this day they're still best friends. She came to our homecoming with with Rat, and I was like, I mean, y'all go together real bad, I guess. And like I thought it would end there. Like I thought like, okay, oh, she ended up moving, by the way, too. So I thought like, all right, it's cool, it's whatever. But she, so this is like a little into my relationship, but I ended up finding out that her and a Rat were talking to my boyfriend, like communicating with him like as if they were friends. And it's his fault too, but basically like he was like, oh, I thought like she knew you the best, like y'all were best friends. And I was like, when was the last time you see me talk to her? When was the last time we hung out? When was the last time you asked me about her? Like, you know, like she was on some snake, like she really was. Like she was acting like, oh, you just play with, like, bro. And mind you, Rat is one of his exes that he was like obsessed with, and he would literally go to them, FaceTime them and all that stuff. And I didn't know. And I ended up confronting her about it, and she was like, that's not really your man. Because this is when me and him weren't together, but we were talking, like we were still talking, communicating and stuff. And that's not your man for real, and da 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 da. Because he swore up and down that like, oh, she never talks bad about you, like there's no way there's animosity. I said, I'm gonna show you. So I ended up texting her. Mind you, y'all, I should have been the one being disrespectful. Let's put that out there. I should have been the one being disrespectful, but I came respectful, because I can get real disrespectful respectfully. And if you don't understand that, then you're just not a real bitch. Like, I can disrespect you without having to have an attitude and do all the extra. And she was really trying to do all the extra, like I was scared. Girl, we can get in the field if you want to. But no, I ended up texting her real respectful, like, hey, what's going on? Like, you talk to my, like, you know, that's my, and we're not cool no more. Why are you talking to my, and all that stuff. And she was like, oh, he comes to me, like, we're friends. We're just friends. Like, I don't know what your problem is, da 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 da. And, like, they were both trying to use the excuse, like, oh, she has a boyfriend. I don't care. I don't care. That girl don't like me. Why are you going to a girl who don't even like me about our relationship? I'm not the type of girl that cares about you going to another girl about our relationship. Like, if it's my best friend or like somebody I know is close to you, because I'm not weird on that gender shit. Like, I do not care. Like, I don't care. Like, if I'm cool with a bitch, and you talk to her, that's fine. If I'm cool and you're cool with him too, like, that should be fine. I do not care about that. It was the principle of, this girl did not even like me, and the whole time you trying to sit here and sabotage my relationship, but quote unquote you don't talk bad about me. But then when I talked to her, when I had talked to her in the messages, she was like, you don't really care about him for real, you be hurting his feelings, whole time he was the one in the wrong at the time. And I was just like, girl, boo, who are you talking to? Stay on my relationship and keep your weird friend out my relationship too. And that like still hurts me to this day, because it's like I was cool with both of y'all, and then all of a sudden I'm fake and I'm weird. And to this day, like I said, I don't know what her problem was. I don't know what she found out. Because girl, boo, just say you used me. You wanted to get your little clique and your friends back. You want to be popular again. You want everybody to be like, Sanaya, you're so pretty, da da da, and all your TikTok posts and stuff. Because you didn't have that before I was your friend. Because everybody dropped you and didn't want to be your friend. And you gonna try and talk to my girl, boo. Girl, boo. Please. Please. I'm gonna give her credit though, because she was the one who set me up with my but nah, y'all didn't have to be friends after that. After you did that weird, y'all didn't have to be friends. But like to this day, I just be like, so I'm the fake one. No, you're the snake with your rat. I don't care. Yeah, like he was like, my boyfriend ended up being like, oh. And I was like, oh. Like, when your girl says something, she knows what she's talking about. Like, what you talking about? And that's really, like, the last thing that ended up happening. I actually used to still have posts on my YouTube. Like, if you scrolled hella far back, like a year ago, or 2 at this point, because I'm in 10th now, I still had posts of her. Like, I had no beef. It was nothing to me. Like, I was really dead hurt about that. Because like, yeah, she was a controlling type of friend, and like, you know, if we're wearing this, like, you're wearing that and that and that and that. Like, she was that type of person. But I'm always the type of person, like, because even my mom's taught me, like, when you love someone, when you date somebody, when you're in a friendship with somebody, yes, they have things that they do that you don't like, but they should be tolerable enough because you love them. Like, everybody's gonna have something that they do that is not 110% everything that you want and you need. Like, my mama love my daddy, but she don't like that he don't know how to clean. Like, like, you know, like, everybody has that little thing. And so to me, in our friendship, like, the things that people will point out about her, I'm like, yeah, but that's just like, you gotta see past that. Like, she care about you. She care about your relationship. She care about your mental health. Like, she been through a lot, like, with her family, this, that, and the third. Like, that's what I would tell people. And people, like, this is what is so important, y'all. Protect your peace. Protect your peace, because during that whole time, people really tried to make me have beef with her. Like, no, I'm not finna be pressed about nothing. I'm not finna fight for no reason about nothing. Like, everything is a life lesson. Like, everything should pull you closer to God or whatever thing you believe in. And that's all it did for me. Like I said, I was dead but hurt about that situation. Like, I was dead but hurt, okay? Like, I cried about that girl. Like, that would, like, me and that girl was so tight. And for her to just sit there and be like, you're fake, when I was the one who carried her name on my back, I was the one who was telling people, you know, she's a good person, she's not a bad person, to her own cousin, to one of her own cousins, who was like, Michaela, why do you hang out with her? Like, dead, I was ride or die for that girl, and I introduced her to my hometown best friend, my best friend, Malia. Shout out to her, I love her. Like, to my ride or die, to somebody who's like my family, I introduced her to her, and then, like, the next week, it was like FU type beat. And like, we had hung out like we had hung out through that summer. Like, it was like a relationship, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, like, I had kept pictures of her. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep these pictures with me and her, because I just, like, that was a good memory. Like, and sometimes you gotta take stuff in life and wrap it up into a memory and appreciate it for what it was, and leave it at that. Like, I appreciate the good times in that friendship for what it was. And my parents still be on my today about, oh, that girl, and all that stuff. But it's like, I take the good from it, and all the bad is just like whatever. So when people were trying to ask me, oh, what's the, because like our whole grade knew about it, and like I said, I was cool with so many people, and she knew so many people too. So I was just like, nah, like I'm not gonna trip on it. Like it's cool. I see what she wanted. I see what she got. And one of the friends that I feel like she quote unquote like kind of used me for, because this friend, she's cool with all the boys. All the boys want her. She's popular. Like everybody knows this girl too. She had ended up becoming friends with her after I kind of like reintroduced them and stuff. And that friend, we're gonna call her Pretty Girl, because she's a really pretty girl. We're gonna call her Pretty Girl. Pretty Girl and Snake had became really tight, started hanging out way more than me and Pretty Girl did. And Pretty Girl was my friend first. And some things end up happening where Pretty Girl was telling me, she's like, oh, like she's using all my stuff without asking, and like she's really weird and rude like when she comes over, and she's like, I feel like she's using me for this and for that. And I was like, yeah, honey, clout. Like same thing she did to me. And I wasn't even trying to be on that, because I was like, when they first became friends and like Pretty Girl was talking to me about her, I was like, that's for you to figure out. Maybe she's gonna treat you differently. Like I'm not gonna like hate on nobody, pray on nobody's downfall or nobody else's friendship, because then I just look like a hater. Like I look like a mad bitch, and I'm not. So like I said, eventually Pretty Girl and Snake ended up falling out, because she did the same thing to Pretty Girl, and Pretty Girl was like, dang, like that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, I know, like I told you, yeah, I know. And now you don't see them hang out. Like they was tight, thick as thieves over the summer, and always doing stuff together and going to games and this, that, and third. And yeah, and I remember one time, this is another example. I remember one time I was at a football game, and Pretty Girl and Snake was together, but I went to go talk to Pretty Girl, just say, hey, what's up, whatever. And Snake was so mad, she ended up walking away with one of the other girls that Pretty Girl was with. She ended up walking away, and her mom, this is how you know, like, this is how you know this girl was just raised like weird as hell, because her mom was mad that Pretty Girl was talking to me. Like Snake's mom was mad that Pretty Girl was talking to me, and Snake was mad, and Snake was like she had said something, I can't remember because it was a while ago now, but she had said something, and I was like, you're mad because we're breathing the same air? Like you're mad because I'm saying hi to somebody that was my friend first, boo? Like, you trying to make hoes pick a side, and hoes was on my side first, honey. So yeah, like she was all mad about that, and like literally was like, told Pretty Girl like, why are you talking to her, da 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 da. And Pretty Girl was just like, girl, it's not World War III over here, like yeah. But that was another situation that happened, and like I said, I can't remember what she said, but she had said something slick to somebody, and then that somebody told me, and I was like, girl, you're so pressed for what? Like, it was never giving that deep. Like, girl, it's been months now. Like, nobody's thinking about you. Nobody cares. Like, you want me to be boohoo crying over you or something? Like, babes, you're not gonna touch me. You're not gonna do anything to me. So, womp womp. And yeah, it was just crazy. It was shady. I'm glad she moved, because I don't gotta be around her. But yeah, literally, it's only a few people I know, like from our school, that still hang out with her, talk to her, whatever. But it's just like, I really gave you that. Like, clap it up for yourself, applaud, like, give me thank yous, like, you're welcome. But yeah, that's like probably my crazy ex-best friend story time. What do y'all think? Because like I said, to this day, I still don't know what was the beef, what was the issue, what was the problem. But apparently she had one, and I still don't know what it is. And I still see her around sometimes, because she's still friends with people I know and just stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys want more story times, y'all know my email, send some in, because I will do y'all story times for y'all. I had this teddy bear this whole time. This is my teddy bear my boyfriend gave me, and it's my fave. It's the one that's always with me. But I love you guys. I'm happy to have posted again, and I'll see y'all soon. Later.